wibba wop wop wop. We wibba wibba wop wop. Wibba wibba wop wop. Wibba.
Hello! What's going on? Welcome to another exciting evening here on Roarstream, here on the fantastically beautiful and digitalized. Calm down, Pogo. Calm down a little bit. Digitalized Abort 3. We're going to do some power washing tonight. We've got a full list of shit to do tonight. We've got to do some Wordle. We've got to roll a couple new movies for the overflow list. And I got 2 maps to finish in Power Wash. One of them is extremely almost done. Hi, Feelanoid. Hi, Kitty. What's going on? Let's get upstairs. I love this channel. This is one of my favorite new Christmas channels over here. Oh, I have the noise for it. Hold on. It's Bone Crunch. There we go. Already off to a roaring start. This stream is shit. Let's get these curtains down. Wrong scene. There we go. How about beans is going to be our first word. As always, let me know about sounds. Let me know about everything. We are done with Christmas shit for the most part. The stream is still going to have some Christmas overlay and stuff just because I don't want to deal with it right now. We're going to have the Christmas channels and stuff up until the end of the year. How about addle? I
was eating those beans.
I was eating those beans. I have that one too.
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane? I was eating
those beans. How about... Hello, Sprawl. What's going on? How about, patio? Okay. I remember that Feelanoid said this was a bad word. How about How about... What's going on? How is everybody's festive holiday times? Did everybody... Could there be something like Gruia? Something with like Ia? Like Mia? I don't think so. It's got to start with A, I'm guessing. Like this... It's got to be something like this. Like E, A, Al... No. I thought I deleted you. And... Anvil? No. I'm going to do Anvil, even though I know it has a dead word. Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to double check and make sure that A was the first letter. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted there. How was everybody's festive holiday time? Did everybody, well, you know, Christmas is already over, etc., etc. How about admit? No. Admid? Admic? Like admir would be a good word, but that's not it. If we don't get this... Acrid? What? Fuck off! Come on! Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Oh, god damn it. Acrid was a great word. Amaze? Amazing? Oh, that's annoying. Afgid? You got it in 6. I'm thinking I might... Offham? Affix? I'm gonna give it 2 more songs. If we don't get it in 2 songs, we'll move on. Anyways, Christmas was wonderful. I'm glad to be. You know what? I'm kind of ready to be done with Christmas. It's not like audits. Could there be anything with AG? We're going to do some, the Pogo slash... Pogo slash everybody like Pogo. I got one more song. And then we'll move on to movies. I don't think it's Amwea. Is there anything that could possibly start and end with Ia? Like A-Ia. I don't think so. I mean, my car is outside. So I'm like, that's a F. I've like put myself where there's like nothing it could possibly be. Other than the word. Amid. I also need to finish WandaVision. I probably won't. but I should. Aw, fix. A fix? A fix? There we go. Okay. All right. I eventually I remember to do the double letters. I got really upset about Acrid. I was about ready to rage quit after Acrid. Oof. Wordle. See settings. Let me share these real quick. I'll be right with you. Beans. Copy that to that. Let me copy this to the other Discord. And then we're gonna roll some we're gonna roll some movies. Get out of here. You're a little over the top. Sorry, I'll be right with you. By the way, speaking of movies, next stream we're going to be doing the movie list review for the month. So if you have some things to say about some of the terrible movies I've been watching, so do I. Trust me. We'll be talking about them on Saturday. But for tonight, God, what's with these songs tonight? Get out of here. I need something a little lighter, please. For tonight, we are going to be picking a couple songs on the overflow list. So our first song, or excuse me, our first movie that's going to be on the overflow list. Is that Citizen Kane? Ooh, okay. Okay, I guess. All right, Citizen Kane it is. Let's get that out of the way. That's going to be a rough one. I'm not going to lie. Can I just read? I feel like I could probably read Cliff Notes on Citizen Kane. I don't know. Is that something that I feel required to watch? Lightyear. Does Roar hate one of the greatest movies ever? Do you feel that Citizen Kane is one of the greatest movies ever, Sprawl? Or are you talking about Lightyear? Because I would believe you either way. Let's spin another one. That's what people say. Well, no, but has anyone seen Citizen Kane? Have you seen Citizen Kane? Do you know anyone who's seen Citizen Kane? We're finally going to see a robot man shoot a man in the dick. We're going to watch RoboCop at some point very soon. Let's get that out of here. I don't know anything about Citizen Kane. I don't think anyone knows anything about Citizen Kane. People just know that Citizen Kane is a movie that people seem to, was a historical movie. You watched the real Ghostbusters episode? What is I don't even know what the real Ghostbusters is. The Cat Returns. And our final movie that's going on the overflow list. I will be rolling for January very soon, but not tonight. Is that 7? Okay. And 7 is going to be the final, the Ghostbusters cartoon. I don't know if I watched that very much. I was watching other things. The premise is that they are the real Ghostbusters, and the Ghostbusters movie is an in-universe movie. You seen the end of it? I didn't know what it was at the time. Something was weird. The guy named a sled. Yeah, it's like everybody knows about the sled. That's the only thing anyone knows about Citizen Kane. I got a question ready for the devil before we got this started. I said, "Hi, I'm doing a bucket list kind of movie watch list. I've pulled the following 5 movies to get to. Please tell me about them, spoiler free, in about a paragraph-ish a piece, and tell me if I'm gonna bawl my eyes out like a little baby." So I got my list ready. Let's see what this creature says about the movies. Often hailed as one of the best movies ever made, Citizen Kane is a riveting exploration of power, ambition, and the enigmatic nature of human desires. It tells the story of a wealthy newspaper magnate's rise and fall, framed through the search of the meaning of the word rosebud. Its innovative storytelling and cinematography set a high benchmark for filmmaking. While poignant in its exploration of loss and regret, it's more likely to leave you contemplative than sobbing. Okay. I don't think Citizen Kane's going to be a hard one, I think. Lightyear. It focuses on the backstory of Buzz Lightyear, the Space Ranger, with stunning animation and a mix of humor and action. It's a family-friendly tale of heroism, preservation, and teamwork. I know that I know the toy kisses a man. I don't know anything. I know that people got really upset about that. RoboCop is a gritty, futuristic action film that blends satire, dystopian themes, and brutal violence. RoboCop follows a fallen police officer who is resurrected as a cyborg law enforcer. Beneath its hyper-violent exterior lies a surprisingly thoughtful commentary on identity, humanity, and corporate greed. The Cat Returns is a whimsical... Watch the RoboCop rap. Maybe after I see the movie. It tells the story of a girl who's whisked away into a magical feline kingdom after saving a cat's life. It's 10 minutes. No, it tells the entire movie. Yeah, I mean, don't you think that I would get more enjoyment of it after I watch it? 7, Cat Returns. It's a good play, you know it is. 7, a dark, gripping thriller about two detectives hunting a methodical serial killer who uses the 7 deadly sins as his inspiration. It's an intense, atmospheric story with unforgettable ending that will leave you shocked and unsettled. Okay. I know I have a spooky ending to look forward to. You know. What do you mean? I feel like I need to watch... I feel like I should watch RoboCop. I feel like that's a movie that everybody, will talk about. Seven. Yeah, Seven. Feels like everybody knows about the movie RoboCop and has seen the movie RoboCop. And while I kind of look at it as Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street, I will talk about more in depth on Saturday. But slight spoilers, it wasn't amazing. But I'm glad that I watched it. I'm glad that I know about it. I'm glad that I can say I've seen one of the most super overrated. Is that the right term? Oh, anyways, sorry. This is what we were doing last time we did this, which was about a month ago. I didn't finish, and I wanted to finish it right now. All we have to do is finish up this last section, and we should be good to go. Part of the beauty in RoboCop is realizing it's made by a European man who thinks the USA is really fucked up. I have news for you. I think he's right. I mean, I don't think it takes a lot of forethought, even back in the day. Roar always finishes. Heyo! That wasn't the right button. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. That feels like so long ago when we did that. Yeah, he is right. Exactly. So tonight, they unveiled another seasonal map. This is the Ice Rink. Dirt Finder. This is from the Park Warden. Is there any force in the universe more destructive than the youth? Our festive ice rink is due to open next week, and in its current state is unlikely to attract anyone beyond the most degenerate of the species. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at this terrible overflow list, and I'm like, what do I watch first? Citizen Kane? Let me get into the stupid game, and we'll talk about it. We've lost its tarpaulin covering to the high winds of spring. The local flotsam and jetsam have seen fit to recreate the arena in their own image. It's also been exposed to the elements these past few months, so that too has fed into the general current plight. Currently sitting next to our newly opened winter market, it offers bleak relief. Much obliged, Park Warden. Oh, Citizen Kane. I mean, I'm going to be real. First of all, let's take a quick look around. Oh my god. This isn't very big. Huh. Okay, cool. I'm not necessarily opposed to it not being super big. It's just kind of surprising. It's not really the MO of the Powerwash. Usually every single map they've unleashed has been enormous. Dirt Finder, I cannot begin to even imagine the extent of moral decay present in our children that would make them behave that way. Have you seen what they've done to that poor polar bear? I haven't. I'll take a look in a minute. You calm down, Mr. Park Ranger. I'm getting it clean for you. That's why you hired me. I think the majority of what I know about Citizen Kane is what, like, for example, what Sproul said. It's supposedly, for years, it was known as one of the #1 movies in cinematographic. I cannot talk today. I'm going to take a quick drink. In cinematographic. Having a stroke? Hello? In movie history, it feels like it's been one of the most highly recommended movies. Like, there hasn't been a movie to surpass it if you look at any of the actual, critics. Cinematic. You know what I mean. Cinematography. In the world of cinematography, there hasn't been a movie to surpass it. There, does that work? Oh, that's kind of nice. That on the plus side, this map actually has the Aurora Borealis. That's kind of sweet. Cinematic.
Cinematographic I don't think is a word, but let's see how the bot says it. Cinematographic.
Cinematographic. Cinematic. Is that the word I'm looking for, though? I'll use it, but I'm not sure if that's the word I was aiming for. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. Rory, you realize it was made in the 40s, so a lot of the praise is no film has done this before. Is this going to be similar to what it was like for Nightmare on Elm Street, where it was like most of the praises, nobody's made a huge gross fountain of blood come up? In cinematography. I think, yes, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. Nuanced camera and sound work. Oh, let's see what they did to the polar bear. What did they do to him? He looks fine. They just covered him in mud. Oh, they did a little face on him. That's kind of funny. You've never seen Rosebud. I haven't either, Kitty. That's why that's why it's on the list. This one I'm not hyper excited about. But I feel obligated? I don't know. I just feel like with a movie that has that much praise, you should at least know about it, right? You should know the story. Especially if you want to call yourself some form of cinephile, some enjoyer of movies. I don't know. I've seen so many movies over the last month, and honestly, I've enjoyed it. Now that said, I don't really watch movies when I get home. So, like, I usually watch them on the way to work, of course. I would never watch them at work, but, like, you know, podcasts in the background, excellent. But, like, when I'm at home, I don't really watch movies, so it's the time period of me finishing up the list will take a little while, I think. It was the weirdest timing of you watching it. You think you basically watched about 30 seconds before the reveal and spent what was left of the movie wondering why everyone was making a big deal about it. Doesn't he say Rosebud in like the first 9 seconds? Why is that eggplant thinking of a dog in a cage? Isn't that like the movie? Don't they do some sort of time thing where it's like they see him dying and he's saying Rosebud, and then they do the rest of the movie? I don't know. I'll let you know. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. Probably next week. We'll see. Is Citizen Kane on YouTube? Is it in the public domain? It's got to be, right? If it's on YouTube, I can watch it in like 1.2 speed. That's kind of nice. Just watch it right now while we're power washing. No Russian roulette, huh? Why not? Why aren't you working? Is any of those working? What about random sound effects? Ooh! That's fun. Why not?
Hi, I'm Robin Williams. I've just had a black bean burrito.
Okay, I mean, those work, but those aren't connected to Touch Portal. Let me, I can do that manually. And I can do random sound effects manually, but I can't do I can't do a Russian roulette manually. I apologize. I don't know what Touch Portal's issue is. I don't really want to reset Touch Portal because that will reset a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, I did not test it before stream. I probably should have. That said, the sound effects that the channel point redeems, like the actual green screen stuff, will work because that goes through Twitch. Anything that goes through the Touch Portal will not. What else is on my list? Lightyear. I have heard nothing but negative about Lightyear. Have you heard any positive information about Lightyear from Disney? I haven't heard a single good thing about Lightyear. Nobody wanted to know about the Space Ranger backstory. Nobody cared about that. Nobody asked for it. Didn't they try to make like the Space Ranger Academy TV show, and nobody really cared about that one either? I'm only speaking as a consumer, obviously, and I'm not speaking as a member of anybody or anything. I'm just speaking as a random person. But didn't they keep trying to make the Space Rangers a thing? And it's like, people just want to watch Toy Story, man. They just want to watch the toys come to life and go on wacky adventures and you know, love their owners. I should do a chocolate tier list. What kind of chocolate tier list? Like a candy bar tier list? That would be fun. Or do you mean like dark chocolate? I see Parky's got you cleaning the ice rink, says Indy Clemson. I think he'd happily flush us all away too, given the chance. What are they going on about in my DMs here? Just the types of chocolate? Like dark versus milk versus what? I feel like that'd be like 4 things. I mean, if we're talking about like different kinds of candy bars, that's a different can of beans altogether. Because I could talk about Reese's all day. Although, does that count? Like, if you're doing chocolate bars, you can't really talk about, like, stocking stuffers from Reese's Peanut Butter Cups all the way to Ferrero Rocher. I know what you're saying. Ferrero Rocher. Okay, I could do that. Let me put that in my scribble pad so I remember. Chocolate tier list candy bar. Candy bar. What are you guys' opinion on white chocolate? And I'm going to be honest, before you say it, I don't care that white chocolate isn't chocolate. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Who cares? It's just semantics. It doesn't matter. People eat candy bars because they enjoy the taste of the sweets. People who get into semantics about, you know, white chocolate isn't real chocolate. It's like, okay, I mean, the majority of candy bars aren't real chocolate either. It's like they pump it down into, like, you lose a lot of the actual chocolate in the process. So, I mean, let's not be too haughty. What you like is sugar. What you like is sugar. That's fine. You've had white chocolate fudge and that shit can give you a sugar coma. I don't love white chocolate. I don't hate it, but I'm not going to be a chocolate purist about it. If people like, when I was a kid, I really liked the Hershey's cookies and cream.
White chocolate isn't chocolate, Roar.
I don't give a shit. When I was a kid, I really liked the Hershey's cookies and cream. The cookies and cream candy bar. But you know what? I'm going to be honest. Because I'm such a fucking fatty, I didn't like it because it was a super thin candy bar and you felt unsatisfied at the end of it. Words have meaning? Sure they do. But language is fluid. Fucking cookies and cream. White chocolate is chocolate as far as I'm concerned. It might not be from the cocoa plant if we want to get into semantics, but white chocolate is just another form of chocolate. Fucking cookies and cream. Oh man, I have cookies and cream ice cream in my freezer, and it is baller. It is baller. Now that would be a good tier list, an ice cream tier list. You've had cookies and cream ice cream last month and was never satisfied because you always wanted more. It's perfect. It's perfect. You get vanilla. The majority is vanilla of the ice cream. You get a whole bunch of vanilla, which vanilla is one of my favorite flavors. But you also get these giant chunks of Oreo, of generic...
Roar is not chocolate unless it is from the chocolate region of France.
France. I'm just saying. Now, frankly, I'm not the world's hugest fan of fudge. I like fudge, but it gets old real quick. That is champagne. That's true. Do you think the chocolate from the French region of Champagne is any good, or do you think everyone's like, fuck that? We're wine people. We're the champagne guys. We don't care about chocolate. Someone else can do chocolate. We're the champagne people. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Do I remember Kitty's favorite flavor of ice cream? It's not butter pecan. That's your mom's. I only know that because she buys the ice cream a lot. It usually is butter pecan. It's like, okay. And also my stepfather loves butter pecan. Kitty's favorite flavor of ice cream. I know she likes mint chocolate chip. I don't. Oh, it's Rocky Road. I know that. It's Rocky Road. The only bad fudge is round the corner fudge. That's just poop. Had to access the old memory files. Like, oh, I know what Kitty's favorite ice cream is. It's unless she's changed it. It's Rocky Road. I don't know if cookies and cream is my favorite ice cream, but it's got to be top 5. And honestly, I can't even think of one that surpasses it off the top of my head. Kitty, do you remember when we went to, I think it was Montana, in the height of COVID, and we ended up getting some huckleberry fudge? And it was kind of gross. Mackinac Island fudge ice cream is your favorite, but you can't get it in Florida, unfortunately. That's fair. I do remember you saying that. But Rocky Road is a close second, right? I mean, no pressure, right? I just could have sworn I remember you saying that. But I do remember you saying Mackinac Island fudge, but we've never been there. We flew there. You're not a Huckleberry anything fan? Huckleberry is such... I don't even know what to say about Huckleberry. A Huckleberry... How... Hey, unrelated
I'm
question.
your Huckleberry.
How would you explain the taste of Huckleberry? I'm gonna bury that Huckle deep to the hilt. Add Tombstone to that list. What list? Of required movies to watch? Do you think? Like Tombstone the Western? I feel like I might need to watch a Western or two because I'm pretty anemic on Westerns. I don't know if I need to watch a lot of Westerns. I watched a lot of Zorro. That's pretty close, isn't it? Like, what's the best of the Westerns? Wild Wild West. I've already seen Wild Wild West. Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Hi, Brad. You know, I may have spoken too quick when I said this was a pretty small area because this actually seems like a lot to clean. I don't know, probably the good, the bad, and the ugly, but you feel it'll be too artsy for you. I'm gonna watch Citizen Kane, Sprawl. So I mean, baby, and that baby threw up. Hey, we're back. I wonder if we're going to drop a bunch of frames for a few minutes. Looks like no. Sorry about that. My internet's not good.
Huckleberries have a flavor that's a delightful mix of sweet and tart, often compared to blueberries but with a deeper, more complex profile. They're slightly tangy, with earthy and wild notes that hint at their forest origins. Imagine a blueberry that spent more time exploring the wilderness. It's juicier, with a bold, almost musky sweetness and a sharper, zingy finish. Some varieties can lean toward cranberry-like tartness, while others are rich and jammy. They're perfect for people who love a balance of sweetness with a bit of a tangy kick.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't want my food to be musky. There is a lot of adjectives I'm willing to put up with on my food. Musky ain't one of them. Like what food possibly tastes good using the word musky? Like buffalo? Like there's very few deliciously musky foods that I can think of off the top of my head. How do you not know about musky dicks? We're not talking sex. You can do a bunch of dirty stuff during sex. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about consuming it. It's like, look, if we're talking, you know, the musk of a big brawny beautiful lady or a big sexy man, that's a different can of beans. I need to stop using can of beans. I need a new word. That's a different can of dicks. But if you are trying to devour it and consume it and take it into your body, I don't want it to be musky. I don't want my food to be musky. Like, sex is a whole different ball game. Wants his dicks to be perky and fresh. Look, I prefer, you know, I am a cisgender, mostly heterosexual man that prefers the lady parts. If I was in a universe where I was presented with a weenie that was prepared for my mouth, I would not want that meanie. I would not want the blue meanie to have a musky dick, but I'm not going to eat the wiener. That's a whole sex thing, and that's like has nothing to do with like being healthy and for food grade consumption. I hope that explains my position a little better. Aurora hates dicks. I never said that. I have no public opinions on weenies. I am married to Kitty Purry, and she doesn't even have a weenie. But it's okay. We make it work. Dying of laughter. What about fish sticks? What are you guys' opinions on fish sticks? I don't even think like most fish have dicks. Like, don't they just have like little fish like holes that like the sperm like just pops out and it just floats in the water and like the eggs get inseminated? It would suck to be a fish. I'm just saying, I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge, but I feel like it would suck to be a fish, just in general. That said, not a huge fan of fish sticks. I can see that Indy Clemson is texting me in the background. I'm going to leave them on red because I don't actually care about whatever the plot is of this Powerwash episode. Fishhole is my new band name. I like it. I think that like fish dicks, like fish sticks. Thanks for the follow. I think the fish sticks would actually work because it sounds like something a bit risque. You want to know the plot? The plot of what? The plot of this game, the plot of like actual like roller coaster, or not roller coaster, of this. Here you can see this picture right here. I need you to copy and paste this picture because I'm going to override it. Here you go. There you go. Now you can copy and paste this picture. Can you join? I've never done multiplayer. I don't really have any intention to do multiplayer, but I appreciate the thought. This game seems to run so fast, even in single player, that I'm going to eventually run out of content if I do multiplayer. But I appreciate the ask. You like fish sticks with tartar sauce? I do too. Tartar sauce is an underappreciated condiment. I think more like tartar sauce, horseradish, and I think all of those were included on the condiment tier list, and I think I ranked them appropriately high. But tartar sauce should be used a lot more often than it is. Man doesn't even do multiplayer with his friends anymore. It's true. You know why? And I told Kitty this a few weeks ago, because I didn't want to hurt. I told Kitty the same thing because I know Kitty loves to be on microphone too, and I'd be happy to have her on microphone if we plan something. But there is a reason I don't really do a lot of multiplayer with people, with my friends, and it's very, very, very simple. It's very simple. I'm gonna turn down the music. If you're in the game or doing stuff with me, I can't. You're not in the chat, and I'm in the chat by myself. And then I'm just in the chat by myself because everyone else is playing the game with me, and I'm in a chat room by myself. That is the problem. Why won't we play with Kitty? The same reason. Also, because my room right now is a delicious 84.9 degrees, and it would only be worse with two people in here. I think that the heat is on, and I'd like to turn the heat off. So if you ever are in a situation, and maybe people think that I'm some sort of 69%, by the way. Maybe people think that I'm some sort of haughty asshole who doesn't even play video games with his friends anymore, because I would miss you far too much actually talking to you. Like, because then I wouldn't have anyone to talk to. Like, yes, you might be in the voice chat or in the game chat, but it's like, but then people come in and there's nobody in the chat, and then it's a dead chat. It's a very finicky, springboard I have to work from. A very finicky balancing board I have to work from. Maybe in the new year I should have some like dedicated multiplayer night where it's like, who gives a shit who's in the chat? Just make a Feelanoid bot. Why? I'm not opposed to the idea. Why Feelanoid specifically? I could just make a U bot. I could make a Glorp bot. I could never make a Kitty bot because she does things I don't know how to do in the technically speaking. You just want to make me happy? You do, Kitty. And that's what I told her. Like, Kitty is, one of my favorite people in the entire world. And I love when Kitty says things in the chat. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Because you actually say stuff that isn't shitting on you sometimes, which is very appreciated. Sproul says stuff that doesn't shit on me all the time. Everybody is a little nice sometimes, and I appreciate that. I'll take it. What can Kitty do that a Kitty bot can't? It is inappropriate for a lady to talk about her romances, my dear. You can pinch his ass in the middle of the stream. You have no idea. You have no idea how little room there is in this closet. One of these days, I need to open up Sims 4 again and show you the house we made, just to show you where exactly I am in the house. There's plenty of room for me. I don't know if any of you caught any of the Christmas Carol. When Kitty was in here during her parts, it was a very tight fit. To have two chairs in here was an enormously tight fit. That's part of the reason I take a break, so Kitty and I can go talk to my lovely wife. I have to go through the bedroom to get to get more water anyways, so even if I didn't want to talk to my wife, which of course I do, I'd have to. Unless I like... Actually, there is no other way. There's literally no other way. Unless I broke through my bathroom window, but honestly, that just seems like more effort than it's worth. I don't think we'll have enough... I think we might be... this might be an early stream. And I don't really have a plan B. I thought this would take longer. You read your parts and left because it was 1,000 degrees. It's not usually hot in here. I think, like I said, I think the heat is on. Because it's a little cool this week. So I think I might go out there and turn that shit off. Because it gets a little warm in here. And we can all wear sweaters, goddammit. I'll pull the dad card on that one. It's like, I'm sorry. I don't really care what the energy bill is. I just don't want to be hot. Like, being overheated is the real problem. Going back to the candy tier list, I'm okay with that. When can I put that? When can I actually put that in the actual tier list? Or in the actual schedule, I mean. I might be able to fit it into February. I think I did some rearranging. How was everyone's holidays? My holidays were fantastic, Kitty, because they were with you. The park warden is texting me terrifying thoughts, and I really want to block the messages of the role players in the Powerwash simulator. It's just like, let me just do your job for you, please. You pay me money. Did everybody get what they wanted from Santa Claus? From Father Christmas? Getting close to $300 a month for electric and $35 for propane. Have we gotten a new power bill? I've started turning off my computer at night. That should lower our electric bill by like $200 easy, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. On the plus side, the power bill always goes up during the winter. That's how it always works in Florida. More than happy to turn off the damn heat, though, because it is warm. That's after I kiss my wife right in the face. The next thing I'm doing is going to the AC and turning it off. Let's discuss later. Okay. You don't want to discuss our finances on stream? Turning on the heat in Florida. Yeah, I didn't do it. I'm gonna be real. I didn't do it. So I might have to take a peek. There is almost never a situation in which I will turn on the heat. Why do you have heat? Because sometimes it does get down to like, 50s or 60s, and while not exactly frigid, you don't want your house to be that cold. At least your MRI is $0 tonight. Nice, Kitty. Thank goodness for insurance. Yeah, trust me, I'm not turning on the heat. And unfortunately, I think that my office has, there is a vent. So I'm pretty sure there's just whether it's on heat or on cold, it just comes straight into my office unfiltered, so. Made everything so terrible as to need them in the first place. Agreed. Let me put it this way. Thank goodness for my company providing the means to participate in a rigged system, because otherwise it would be a lot harder. I think that's about as best as I can say. It's like, I don't really... And trust me, I don't like insurance because I don't want to tell you how much insurance gets pulled out of my paycheck every week. It's a lot. What are we listening to? Irish wine. So yeah, why am I thinking insurance? Fuck insurance. But, like I said, better than not having it, I guess. You're putting in the hard work to support your family? Absolutely, Kitty. You would do the same. You have done the same. I don't think there's an achievement for this. Kind of annoying that the extra maps don't have achievements, especially since they're free. They do this... A lot of the comments inside of Powerwash Sim get kind of irritated, like, get kind of pissy. Because they're like, we got 100% and we can't stay at 100% if you keep releasing updates. Which I get. I kind of understand that because it's like, if you want 100% in the game that you paid for, you have to spend like $4 minimum on sale. So I get it. I get people being a bit frustrated with that. I mean, that said, if you like the game, more of the same isn't a big deal, and it's $4, so. I think after I finish this tree, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. I've only got 15% left, but that could take like 45 minutes knowing this game, so. We may be right near the end, or we may have a lot longer to go. Do you see the tree in the sky? I do, Kitty, somewhere. I saw it. Yeah, there it is. Kind of interesting. Also, look at Twitch viewer for a relatable cat. Oh, shut up. Oh, get it. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. You can look at Kitty for not Kitty, but this Kitty for a few seconds. I will be back in a few minutes. Go stretch your legs, get yourself a drink, turn on your cool air and not your heater, and I will be right back. I don't know why it didn't run ads. It's saying that they were on cooldown because we'd already run them. I don't know. Whatever. I need to take a look at the whole ad thing. I think I screwed everything up with the last few special events. Let's finish up this tree. I'll have to finish that later. It did a thing. Did it actually... It did the thing at the top right, but did it actually play Twitch ads? I'm just confused. I don't really give a shit whether they played the ads or not. Oh, you got ads? Okay, cool. Well, not cool, but, you know, I'm glad that it's working. Thank you. Weird. It gave me an error message. I just don't want to have pre-rolls. I'm going to, in the new year, I'm going to have it start running automatically. And we'll, you know, it might have to do some testing on it. That's the spirit. I kind of like this, this ice skating rink. See, here's the thing. I noticed recently that the whole 3-minute break has more than once resulted in everyone bailing the fuck ship. And I can't necessarily blame them, because it's like, oh, here's your 3-minute break in the middle of the exciting Powerwash action. So I'm starting to reconsider the break, or reworking how I go about it. Let me put it that way. New year of 2025, a lot of positive changes coming. Actually, not really that many, just a lot of restructuring, I guess, would be best. And it's going to be amazing. I've mentioned in the Discord, there are rules updates that are coming in. There's nothing new, just clarifications. Because I realized I hadn't updated the rules of the Discord or the Twitch chat in like years, and I'm like, you know what? I need to make this look normal. Got to do what you got to do. Yeah, kidding. Twitch demands that I run ads, so I'm like, I got to do it in the best way possible, and the best way that supports the stream, supports the sites, because God forbid Twitch not have Twitch not be profitable. I'm sure. How will Amazon support it? Twitch already has a stranglehold on the streaming market. Isn't that enough? I don't know. C'est la vie. I haven't mentioned in the Discord yet. I'll do an announcement probably in a few days, but the New Year's Eve stream is going to be starting at 10 o'clock. I'm not going to do a 4-hour stream on that day, especially not in Disney Minecraft, but if you want a place to hang out for New Year's Eve, we're going to go to Disney Minecraft. We're going to ride some rides, you know, and see the fireworks. They actually do a pretty damn fine fireworks presentation. Also, there goes the... there's a gnome in every level of this game, and I guess they put the gnome on top of the ornament over here. As much as I love giving my wife a big hot smooch on the lips at break time, which I didn't even do. So I was so worried about getting the cold air turned on. I didn't even kiss my wife. Boo this man. On the plus side, it was in fact on heat. Why we were running the heat? It was probably cold at some point. Maybe at like we said, in the mornings it does get down to like 50s or 60s, and that's, you know, you don't. necessarily want it to be 50 degrees in your house while you're waking up. You have sparkling cider to celebrate the imminent death of democracy. I highly recommend just... I know I've said this before, but it's such a wonderful world joining the group of people that have stopped caring about society. It's like, oh, I care, but I can't. It's so nice to not know what's going on. I feel like a baby. All I know is that Florida man was arrested for selling magic beans at the Great Wall of China. Nothing's happened yet. That's true, too. You wouldn't know that by looking at Reddit. According to Reddit, it's like everything's already full swing. It's like I've got so much shit blocked because I don't want to read about it or hear about it. It still gets through. And it's like, guys, they're not even in office yet. Chill. Yeah, it sucks, but it's not even time yet. It's like the people that were saying vote him out while Obama was still in. You yelling at him while he's still at dinner with Michelle. It's like you're being premature. It's all in due time. That said, I want this to be a place where we can say, hey, pretty soon we're going to play Spore. Pretty soon we're going to do a tier list where we decide which Disney characters have boned it out. At some point this month, we're going to play Leisure Suit Larry. I don't want to think about what fucking Elon Musk is doing or the old dump. In fact, and I'd like to reiterate, New Year, I don't want any talking about fucking politics or religion, just because it's such a bummer for so many people that I just don't want it to be a sad place here. We've got the Discord. If we want to talk politics, we want to talk, what Oklahoma religious Bible bullshit, we've got the political bullshit channel in the Discord. It's fantastic, I guess. I don't know. I haven't checked it in a few months. I assume everything's great in there and nobody started a brothel or anything, but I just want to be able to spread positivity. And if I've spent almost a decade sharing negativity and anger and cynicism, and it's done nothing. Ay. Hi, Roar. Short tie, long time. Usually lurking from Germany. Greetings from the old continent. What's going on, Propane Pope? How are you? We're just finishing up the this ice skating rink over here. We got 4% left. We probably got a bit of grime around here that we're missing out on. Yeah, it's going to be a good year, I think. And if you're looking for a place that does not dwell on sadness, that's what I really want this to be. What are we listening to? Oh, I Am Legend again. Also, something I need to start working on the new year. I know I have mentioned the Python projects. I've kind of run out of projects that I really, really want to work on. But, like I said, brand new year. We want to do new things for the new year. We've got all sorts of exciting new games coming up. We're dealing with enough right now. Exactly, Kitty. We've got... Life is so bitter and sad for so many. And the really terrible thing... I guess it's not terrible. The really it's not positive either. It's such a shitty spot to be in. Because it's like... For the most part, I don't think my life is not going to dramatically change, but so many people's is going to be hard, and I want to be a place that's good for that. You can't. wait to quit on news from the U.S. come January. I'll take you on playing Leisure Suit Lose. Leisure Suit Lose, what are we playing? It's the new-ish one. Let me take a look at the old calendar. I think it's What Dreams May Dry? No. It's Leisure Suit Larry 1 Reloaded. I believe I was gifted that. Who did I get gifted that by? Sofnum, maybe? I don't know. Somebody gifted it to me a few years ago, and I never actually got to it. I need to get on that. We've also got Life is Strange coming up soon. So you've made your Honey Pop fan game. Feelanoid, I've still got Honey Pop 2 that I bought and have never played and have never even actually opened. And I don't know what to do with that. I'm not sure why I bought it. The only time I've played Honey Pop was on stream, and it wasn't on Twitch. And unless I switch over to Strip Chat, which I'm not willing to give them my my driver's license, so that'll be a big fat no. I don't think that's going to be an option. As for Kenny's foreplay, Kenny likes Honey Pop, or at least he used to. It's been a long time since we played it. Like I mentioned, I don't have a plan B tonight, and I've actually got a tiny bit of a headache, so I will probably clear out once we finish with this. Our next stream is going to be on Saturday? What day is it? Yeah, Saturday. We're going to talk about the movies we've seen for the month. We're going to talk about a few different movies, in case you have not seen the list and have not heard what I'm talking about. We're going to discuss, for the last month, one of my New Year's resolutions, I'm going to start watching movies that I feel required to watch. Like movies such as Avatar, movies such as The Nightmare on Elm Street, not The Nightmare Before Christmas. I was looking at Roar TV. Porco Rosso, Chicken Little, movies that I've never seen and might come up. Or not even that they might come up. And I think that's where a point of confusion has been. It's not necessarily that I'm worried about them coming up in conversation, but it's like, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage in any cultural conversation. If they're like, hey, remember in Chicken Little? And this feels like that Chicken Little long baseball game they did. Ha, 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 ha. And if I hadn't seen Chicken Little, I'd be like, Chicken Little, yeah, with the birds, right? Ha. And I'm like, I don't want it to be like that. What if I hadn't seen Titanic and people were like, you know that scene in Titanic where they boned out in the car? I have seen Titanic, so I don't have to worry about that. But what if I hadn't? Those are the things I think about. And that's why for the new year, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking a look at old movies. At old movies and not even old movies. I've got Sonic on there. I don't even know what the newest movie I have on there. I've got Sonic 2, I think is probably one of the newest movies on there. I'm glad we didn't roll Sonic 2 as on the overflow list, because I think Gorp would have had a conniption. It's like, you got to do better movies than Sonic 2. It's like, Gorp, it's random, buddy. Please don't be offended by what the bot decides is going to be my movie. I didn't pick it. Arch Bobble Exterior. There you go. I would say that I'm looking forward to the news. Stop talking about U.S. politics, but I can't in good faith assume that's going to happen, which is why I've avoided all news altogether. And it's honestly, and I hate it. I really do hate it, because it is a very, what's the word? Embarrassing is the word that comes to mind, but that's not the one I'm looking for. It's a very self-centered way of looking at things, because it's like, if you're not willing to, like, if you're not willing to keep up, then are you really a supporter sort of thing? And it's like, you know what? I don't know about that. Frankly, he'd have a very good argument that cultural literacy is more important than a dice roll telling you to do dumb things. But the dice, it's not doing a dumb thing. Everything on the list is a movie that I intend to see. So it's not like... Where's the lamppost? So it's not like I am doing a dice roll that will say, hey, watch this dumb movie, because all of the movies on the list are movies that I intend to watch. It's just watching them before I get to say, like, I haven't seen Citizen Kane, and now that it's on the overflow list, I will. The problem, I know what Glorp wants. And not just Glorp. I know what plenty of people want. They say, you know, you shouldn't watch the crap movies. You should watch the movies that are actually worth watching. And it's like, well, here's the problem with that. If I watch only the movies that I perceive are good, then at the bottom of the list, when I'm done with the list, I'm going to end up with like 5 or 6 really terrible movies that I don't want to watch at all. And it's like, why would it... If I was to pick which movie I should watch, then I mean, like, if I had wanted to watch any particular movie, I'd already seen it by now. I need to have it presented in a way that it's like, okay, the movie, let's say the movie just came out. You need to go see it now. Otherwise, I'll just choose Sonic 2 or Rogue One, or movies that are perceived as good, as opposed to, say, Citizen Kane, which I would say, I'll just never watch that then. Which is what I've done my entire life, and it's not a very good way of doing things. Where is the entrance post? It's you right here. Gotcha. I don't know. Maybe I'm just babbling. And we told you before that if you got the shit stuff you did not want to watch, you could just not. But if I... Well, like what? There are reasons for all of them. Like which movie... Like, so far, I haven't rolled anything that I've perceived as complete shit. I don't need to watch it. This wrong button. Like Lightyear. I don't think Lightyear is going to be a particularly fun watch, but I feel like I should see it. Where's this interior wall? There it is. Like, I feel like I should see a movie like, say, Lightyear. Look at this. That's really neat. It really shows how spastic I am. There really is no plan with my actual cleaning. What are my next? So I've done these 3 of the seasonal. I haven't done the Halloween, which I guess I'm going to do next year, most likely. As for actual career jobs, my next actual thing to do is going to be cleaning the temple. Like you were recommending Me, Myself, Irene earlier as a good movie, but not as a good movie, but something that speaks to Jim Carrey's character. Exactly. And I'm like, when I watch movies like, say, The Majestic, it's because I've just added a couple movies from the Jim Carrey list. And I'm like, thankfully, I've seen a lot of the Jim Carrey movies. So, like, there's a couple movies that are just straight up dogs of Jim Carrey's that I don't think I'll necessarily need to see because I've already seen them. Which is nice because the list is long enough already. Do I want to start this? I don't think I do. Do I have anything on my list of, like... Let me take a look at my my content list of my, like, short movies list. We could go through the content list and go through some graffiti, because I'd planned to do graffiti tomorrow anyways. I have a woman arrested for stealing rare bird.
I'm Julie Salamone at Everything Birds in Oldsmar. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office has arrested a woman accused of stealing a bird worth $2,400 over the weekend. Pet store owner Kirsten Cunningham is vacuuming when security cameras catch a woman approaching the kayaks and stuffing one in her purse.
This lady just straight up yanks a bird over there.
approaching the kayaks and stuffing one in her purse. The rare bird is valued at $2,400.
And it was just really shocking that someone would be so nice to your face and then literally steal a bird behind your back.
It'd just be so shocking. Someone would steal from you. It's the weirdest thing.
So nice to I was instantly worried because this baby is on hand feeding formula. It doesn't eat totally on its own.
The grand theft happened at Everything Birds inside the
behind me.
Oldsmar
See
Flea
that lady at the
Market
bottom
around
right?
10 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Just straight up yanks a
Cunningham
bird.
says she was just feet away, busy getting ready for an event when the theft happened. The black-headed kayak is a rare, curious, and playful exotic bird.
These typically they're indigenous to South America, to the Amazon region, but all of our birds are raised and born in Florida.
Security footage from inside the store circulated on social media.
Did they
the Pinellas
find
County
her?
Sheriff's Office made an arrest nearly 24
Yay!
hours later. Grisel Neastel faces a grand theft charge. According to an arrest affidavit, multiple people recognized the suspect and called authorities. Deputies arrested her at her home in Largo and recovered the bird.
And thank you to the people who did recognize this woman and turn her in, and to law enforcement who worked quickly. It looks like justice will be carried.
Something very funny to me about her doing about her doing an interview and the birds just screeching in the background.
Enforcement who worked quickly.
I'm just very thankful to law enforcement. They work so quick.
It looks like justice will be carried out, and we're just extremely
Fucking birds,
relieved and
man.
thankful.
Cunningham encourages small business owners to invest in security cameras. She says surveillance video, plus help from the community, allowed for the bird's safe return.
Hello.
In Oldsmar.
I love birds. If birds weren't so much weren't so much work, like they're issues. They're annoying to clean. They're just a lot of work. Let me say that much.
One of the most recognizable landmarks in
This
all
is
of Lake
Capital One building implode. I'm just going to go through my list of less than 5-minute long movies. Let's see what interesting things we can watch since we are drastically early tonight.
is set to implode.
I always like building implosions. Those birds knew what was going on. Like, nope.
The Capital One Tower in Lake Charles is no more. For 43 years, the 22-story skyscraper has stood as the tallest building in the city. Before its demolition, it was the most recognizable landmark of the area.
Yeah, it's the first thing you see when you come downtown.
In August of 2020,
Yeah, gone now, though.
Hurricane Laura hit Lake Charles, damaging the glass tower, and it has sat empty until now.
There we go.
How badly did it damage it that the whole building was left empty? I mean, like, some windows were broken, sure, but...
Wow. Wow.
The glass
Wow.
was shaking at first. It's like they blew the middle of it out, and then the rest of it, they blew the rest of it.
Yeah, that's how implosions work, Slade. Thanks. I feel like I would be a little worried if I were watching it from a distance away. Wouldn't you feel a little worried that like a cinder block would be coming straight at your head?
Like it filled with air on the inside.
Like, look at this. I'm sure they do the physics and they make sure people are far enough away, but you know, it doesn't always work like that.
Like cannons going off inside of it.
A piece of history in the city is now...
And a cinder block. This is giving a rattlesnake a drink of water in 110-degree heat. There's something very impressive about being able to do that, like being able to bring a building down in the middle of a city. This is a rattlesnake. This is really cool. It's so hot. This rattlesnake immediately stops, and he's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, it's water." You ever seen a rattlesnake drink? It's like you're getting a little close there. Getting a little close there, Bob. Just good people. That's wrong button. What is this? This is Tom Hanks found his Forrest Gump voice through...
Bob said, okay, we got a problem here. You're going to have to teach this kid how to talk the way you want to talk. And I thought, why don't I just talk the way he talks, right? And he had this hard G at the end of his, if he said it wasn't thinking, it was thinking. It wasn't making, it was making. And it says, what does your father do? My daddy makes grease. That's what he said. And he said, I don't understand. Is grease something you make? Yes. He says, what do you do with grease? Well, grease goes into all different sorts of products. And I said, well, like what products? Oh, grease goes into lipsticks.
Tom Hanks is a national treasure. And I sure hope he doesn't get canceled.
And I was like, well, I'm not, this is it. This is it. Bob.
So I don't think he has anything super negative, right? Hopefully. Here's to hoping. This is the 200-foot delivery luge.
Hey, Jeremy, you thirsty?
Oh, yeah, send it down.
Okay.
This feels like a lot of damn work. I don't live in a state with snow.
Thanks.
Hey,
Like, a cool idea, but it seems like a lot of work. Some of these have been on my list for months and months and months and months. This is called Turkey Television Intro 1985. From the sound that's frozen over. It did look like ice, didn't it?
For score and many years ago, we're talking free TV. Thurman Turkey strolled along his shores to see what he could see. He sniffed the flowers, felt the breezes, thought a thought or two. As he was quoted later, there was nothing else to do. One day old
I have no idea why I added this.
Thurman Turkey showed up missing from the flock. He had schlepped to Massachusetts where he perched on Plymouth Rock. A ship he spotted frightened him and made his blood run cold. It was packed with pudgy pilgrim from the bowsprit to the hold.
Is this from something?
The neighborhood. Now he heard about those pilgrims and was ready for their flack. Ever since the Magna Carta, they ate turkey.
Shut the fuck up. Why is there a single arch? Make America?
For a snack, he invented something drastic that dropped them to all fours, and it turned them into zombies when they settled on our shores. That's how a turkey created TV. That's right. That's why the turkey created TV. It sounds stupid, but oh, take one look and you'll know that a turkey created TV.
The Nickelodeon sketch comedy series. Huh. That is completely new to me, and I watched a lot of Nickelodeon back then. Let's get rid of the rattlesnake drinking water. Let's get rid of the Capital One building explode. I don't know, Kitty. I couldn't tell you. This is called It's Miller Time.
Ryder, it's Miller time.
Good dog. Good dog. The really impressive thing is that they taught the dog to set up the iPhone in the fridge, too. Oh, yeah. I want my... I want my soda just coated in dog spit. Thank goodness. This is called A Journey into Space for Kids. A Space Journey. The Solar System.
Hey there, space explorers.
Oh, Christ. This is AI
Ready
slop.
for an out-of-this-world adventure.
Why did I add this?
Today, we're blasting off to Mercury, the smallest and fastest planet in our solar system.
Why did I add this?
Buckle up, and let's go.
This is awful.
We're zooming off on our spaceship, heading straight for Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun. Can you believe Mercury is only about a third the size of Earth? It's tiny but mighty. Wow, look at that. Mercury is full of craters. Just a whole day was that for Mercury,
penguin.
Debris are everywhere. Dozens of space rocks over billions of years. Cool fact, Mercury doesn't have an atmosphere to protect it from these impacts, so craters are everywhere. Check this out.
This sucks.
On Mercury, a day is super long.
This sucks.
It takes 59 Earth days for Mercury to spin around once. Imagine if your school day was that long, yikes.
Get
But
outta
because
here.
it's so
You're
close
getting
to
a
the sun,
downvote.
a
How
year
does this
on
have 12 upvotes? How does this have 12 upvotes and 0 dislikes? I added the return the dislike bar thing to Firefox. There's no way this has 0 dislikes, right? This is horse shit. This is awful.
Only 88 Earth days. That's the
Whenever
shortest
YouTube
year in
has
the whole solar
mentioned
system.
the Ernie and Bert version of Anti-Up pops in your head and won't leave for a day or two. It's like YouTube
Mercury
peaked 20
has
days
some
ago.
crazy weather.
There's some good... Okay, shut up about Mercury AI slop. There's some fun stuff on YouTube, especially for like... Sesame Street had some good stuff on there. Like you could see the aliens. Nope. This is the policebumper.com videos. Again, not sure why I added this. This shows how the police bumper grappler works. And honestly, I watch a lot of police videos, police chases. Well, not a lot. I used to watch a lot. And honestly, I wish every police vehicle had one of these. Because regardless of your opinions on the police, which most of mine are, they're not great like most people's are, police chases need to stop. And this needs to be, like, this shit needs to be done. I like how frayed this gets immediately. I imagine that these grapplers don't last very long. Consistently capture mid-sized. So what this thing is the cop or the police will like get up super close to the car. This little rope will attach to their tire, and it will basically just, they'll be done. They'll be straight up done. Seems super safe. There was a real one. Hold on. Police. There's like one that was actually used in action. Police grapple, Florida. I think it was in Florida. Yeah. Here, look at this shit. This is a real one.
A high-speed pursuit filled with drama. The yellow sports car up ahead won't stop. Then something happens you might expect in a Spider-Man movie. A high-tech device is being deployed to bring the high-speed chase to a screeching
See, this rules.
halt. It's like a netting from a giant spider web. Look how it's activated under the rear tire. It wraps around the tire of the fleeing vehicle and stops all forward motion. And get this, the device, which is being introduced by police departments everywhere, was invented by a roofer with...
Is this fuck you, Baltimore propane? Well, fuck your wife. Bring her down. You're fucked 3 ways from Sunday.
0 law enforcement experience. Leonard Stock had the idea after
I was like, even before I looked at it, I'm like, wait, I know Big Bell House.
watching a deadly high-speed chase live on TV.
As I was watching it, I was just cringing when I would see that happen. I hope that
Yeah.
those
See, are you looking at this? This is like the normal kind of police chase. This sort of stuff can happen all the
Invented by a
time.
roof.
And it's like, yeah, cops suck, ACAB, all that. But when you do these sort of high-speed chases through a city, and it's like...
0 law enforcement experience. Leonard Stock had the idea.
Look at this. This is a road full of random pedestrians. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, I need to. I need a new. I need a new extension. Anyways, these are just random pedestrians that shouldn't have been involved in this at all.
Live on
and now
TV.
their whole
As I was
lives.
watching it, I was just cringing when I would
Their
see
whole
that
lives are
happen.
completely screwed.
Lives are being saved. That's the only reason I'm doing
God
this.
damn.
Here's a good look at how it works. As the net is unfurled, police get as close as they can to the fleeing suspects. Whoosh! There it goes.
Whoosh!
The chase is brought to an end without anyone getting injured.
Some people do think that it shoots out of the police vehicle, but
Some people think it's like a Spider-Man thing, and you just sort of like...
actually,
But some people think that our cars got bit by spiders and they shoot
stays
webs.
attached to the grappler unit and is directed into the tire.
In the most recent case in Florida, 2 17-year-old suspected carjackers are learning you can't evade the grappler.
God, that rules. I love the grappler. Fuck you, Baltimore!
Fuck you, Baltimore! If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend,
Well, fuck your wife.
Come to Big Bill Hell's Car. Bad deals. Cars that break down. Thieves. If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill, you can kiss my ass. It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed. If you find a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard
Have you seen that one, somebody modded this into Alex for VR?
That's right. Shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your tray. Bring your title. Bring your wife. We'll fuck her.
That's right. We'll fuck your wife.
Because at Big Bill Hell, you're but 6 ways from Sunday. Take a hike to Big Bill Hell, home of challenge pissing. That's right. Challenge pissing. How does it work? If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get no down payment. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off. Only at Big Bill Hell. The only dealer that tells you to fuck off. Hurry up, asshole. This event ends the minute after you write us a check. And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker. Go to hell. Big Bill Hell's Car. Baltimore's filthiest and exclusive home of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland. Guaranteed.
You know, for Kitty, for multiple reasons, I don't think we're going to go there. Hey, we almost got to 2 hours. I think that is a good ending point there. Speaking of my wife, I think I will go deliver that long-promised smooch to my wife's face. That was fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Like I said, the loss is in the wrong way. There we go. Like I said, next stream will be on Saturday. We'll be going over the list of movies we've watched. We're going to talk about Porco Rosso and Soul and The Fisher King. Massive spoilers for the movies on Saturday. So if you haven't seen any of them, get to them really quick. That was fun. Have a great night. Bye. Love you. Say it back.
Thanks for your time. Have a good day.